Do we know what's behind the curtain here with what was brought up post-game, post-finals by David West and kind of seconded or echoed by Sean Livingston?
Yeah, not really. I think my sense from the beginning was, stuff that they see as a big deal and is a big deal to them and maybe was very interesting might not seem as big a deal when in the context of what we're writing about, whether it was somebody coming back from an injury or somebody upset about not starting, and I just think it's regular NBA stuff. We know they had some issues dealing with what Durant's role was going to be and what Kevin thought about the situation, and which is weird. It was in his second season this all goes on, not the first season. And maybe there were some undercurrents there. Maybe, with Draymond Green, you never know what could happen. I think I'm assuming it's just generally part of things that sometimes happen behind the scenes of any NBA team, but then you put it on the back, on the stage of this incredible, internationally recognized team, maybe feels like a big deal and maybe will come out and will seem like a pretty big deal. But I don't think it's like what we're all imagining it would be just because it came out in that moment and the adrenaline and the champagne spraying. And I know people around the team are kind of shrugging their shoulders like, so there was stuff, but it wasn't anything like would take down the franchise. There wasn't anything where, people were ready to leave the team. It just was stuff. So I just think it just falls into generally, unless it comes out something like ridiculous, and you'll have to get me on the show to apologize for saying it was something incredible. But at this point, I just think it was normal NBA stuff where maybe it was different for the Warriors to experience because the previous 3 years had been so smooth, other than Draymond and Kerr almost fighting each other in 2016. It was another series of issues that they had to deal with that just was a little different for them, I think. That's my supposition.
If I said the over-under is 4 years, this team, the core four stays together, or the Hamptons 5, would you take the over or the under?
4 more years? I'd take 4 more years from this. I'd say under. I'd say it's going to last 2 more years.
And then what happens?
I think Durant is going to look heavily into leaving after 2 years. I think 4 years of Kevin Durant is about as much as it's a long run. He would have won how many championships? 2, 3, 4, and then I'm not saying for sure he would go. Get all the aggregators lining up to report this one. I'm just saying, he's probably going to sign a 2 or 3 year deal this time after signing 2 1-year deals the first 2 years, and I think maybe he'll look at what else is out there after that. And it's been great, and he might stay. And I'd say 50-50 or beyond. But I'd say 4 years together of this 5, and Iguodala might be gone after next year. So we're talking a couple more years of this, which is about the most you could expect for any group of peers, right? These are all about the same age. It's not like they got a bunch of young guys, a bunch of old guys. They're all about 28, 29, 30. Iguodala's 33. Say 4 years of this together. I mean, how many other groups have stayed for longer than 4 years together? Not that many. So I'll say 2 more years of this, exactly this, and then it's going to turn over a little bit.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.